Some of us are self-aware and still stuck. Like you can name the trauma, you can quote the book, you know the pattern, and still you react the same way. Yeah. And then you start feeling stuck. Like not just confused, you start feeling down, sometimes even depressed, sometimes even losing hope. Let's breathe that out for a second. Let's blow all that energy out, okay? Here's the truth. Awareness without safety creates loops. Loops create frustration. And frustration, that makes you feel like you're stuck or like you're failing. And it can show up as knowing better than but not doing better. You know what to do, you know all the steps, yet somehow you still just cannot execute. You keep repeating the same relationship dynamics over and over again. You're dating the same person, just in a different font. In a different font, but that's the same pattern. They create the same pattern. They make you beg in the same ways. They make you feel unseen in the exact same ways. Yeah. You overthink. You done thought about it, planned it out, talked it through with ChatGPT, and still you're not acting on it. You're not executing. The thinking alone and the planning and the feel like and the talking about it makes you feel like you're actually doing it. But if we zoom out, you haven't, you haven't done nothing yet. I just want to sing songs because I ain't learned nothing. But it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. I promise you it's okay. What about burnouts? Oh, that's my personal kind of love-hate relationship with a burnout. But I've gotten a lot better. Why? We'll get there. But but I just want you to see them burnouts, emotional shutdown. You just can't talk to nobody. You can't do nothing. You just need to zone out, scroll on TikTok, and keep just that's it, really. You know what I'm saying? Get you a good meal, nice, warm, healthy, not healthy. I'm sorry. You might think it's healthy, but what you done did to it, it's no healthy. It's no more healthy. Or it wasn't healthy at all to start with. But it's comforting and it's warm and it make you feel good because you're missing something. Because there's something missing, that warmth in your life that you're not giving yourself. And we gotta start giving ourselves grace. Yeah, yeah. We gotta start giving ourselves grace. Or you were overgiven. Yeah, you overgiven because to help somebody else compensate, but you're overcompensating. You That's a pattern. All of that. All of that is a pattern. And we all do it at some point, right? But let me break it down. The nervous system, which I like to call Devo, let's talk about him. Let's really dig into him. Because Debo is the fastest thing. It's the fastest uh it's I'm sorry. It's faster than your I lost my train of thought. it's, did I mention neurodivergent? Okay, if you are neurodivergent and your mind is moving so quickly, like you'll tend to see that I may not look straight at the camera all the time. I don't because I need to remember. My recall is up. I might look over. I'm recalling. I'm trying to gather my words. I'm trying to put the words is like, and I'm trying to put them in a sentence. Okay, we're gonna learn about some neurodivergence if you don't know, or if you are neurodivergent and you start to see, oh wait, I do that. Oh wait, I've been having that problem. Yeah. All of this goes together. But with your nervous system, Debo is faster than your self awareness. So your self awareness is like it is your conscious mind. When we say we are aware, we're self aware. That's your conscious mind. That's that's the right up front mind. I'm trying to break it down more. That's your right up front mind. But Debo is your body. Debo is your nervous system throughout your body. Debo is survival mode. Debo is the part of you that's like, I'm 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 not doing all that. I'm not putting in that effort unless I feel safe. And then you start to think, no, I don't want to do all that. Oh, old dogs can't learn new tricks. That's a lie. Have you listened to Old Dog by Jermaine? Like what? Have you listened to him? Just come on man. Old Dog can always get better. You can always, but we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. So Debo is the part of you that's essentially not doing nothing if he don't feel safe, right? So when your mind, I'm reading my notes too because I just didn't want to have y'all all willy-nilly out there. But when your mind understands something, your body might not trust it yet. You can all day tell yourself, yeah, I see the signs. I saw the signs. And it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. And then still miss the turn. Like, but you said you saw a sign. What happened? It said go left. What you doing? Yeah, because Debo was like, nah, I'm used to going straight. I ain't never turned left. I don't know what that is. I'm going to keep going. Okay. And we have to rewire that. We talk about it. We hear about it all the time. But what actually is that? What does that look like? People don't actually break it down in a way where we can actually understand it and use it in our everyday life consistently. And if they do, they put a bunch of shame on it. And we're not doing that over here, okay? Not around here, partner. Like, this is not, no. Okay. My hopes, and I'm merely a catalyst. I am not a guru. I got some information and I want to share it because it's something that I've been doing for 10 years of my life. And it's the only reason that I've grown at all. And I'm still growing. So I'm reading my notes now. So when your mind understands something and your body might not trust it yet, the science behind that is your brain usually prioritizes safety over change. So your brain is like, nah, I don't left. No, I'm gonna go straight, and then we can see, we can figure out what's later because going straight is predictable, and predictability feels safe to your body and your brain, even when it's toxic, even when being predictable is toxic, even when it's draining you, even when it makes you feel small. Yeah, your body will choose that because it's familiar, right? You trying to make a new turn, you trying to do a shortcut, but we don't. What is that? I don't. I'm trying to save your life. I don't know. You're trying to make a left turn. People coming fast. I'm trying to help you. Like I'm trying to help you. Sticking to the metaphor that I used. That's not going to work for your body. So even if Debo, and I'm trying to go slowly because I can like really, but I really talk fast, and I'm trying to go slow. Trying to go slow, but I watched episode 1 and I was like, ooh, you were talking too slow. So y'all gonna have to just work with me, okay? While I try to find my rhythm. It's been a minute, okay? I was gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off. But anyway, you gotta think about it. Going back to Debo, your nervous system. Debo a big dude. Okay, we're talking about Debo from Friday. That's a big dude. It's gonna take time for Debo to believe something new is safe. Like it's gonna take time for you to keep feeding, keep trying again, going down the street, trying to make that left turn. Eventually, it's gonna register and rewire, and it's gonna start making the left turn. But at first, it's gonna keep going straight, and it's gonna forget. Oh yeah, left turn, forgot. Oh man, just missed the left turn. I remember now. Then you're gonna start getting over and hitting it. And every once in a while, you might be in the zone and you go straight. Okay, okay, give yourself grace in that moment. Give yourself grace in that moment. That's why you feel stuck. That's why you feel stuck. Okay? But I just want to I just want to give, like, you're here. I see you. You're working and you are being curious enough to try and do something different, which means you're going to get there. And I tell myself that all the time when I start to feel discouraged. I'm going to get there. I'm doing the work. I'm doing it. Even if nobody else knows. Nobody has known. People have known, but they ain't cared or didn't really register that I've been doing this work for 10 years. And now I'm able to speak on it fully, clear mind. Now I'm able to see the change in my everyday automatically. Just not even a thought. And there's still some things where it's like, you really got to think about that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But other days, it's like not even a thought. It's automatic. So you'll get there. And I just wanted to give you that little bit of encouragement. And also, it's about grace. You got to give yourself a lot of grace on this journey. Like, a lot of grace. Because you're not stuck. You're responding the best way you know how. The best way you currently know how. But change is possible because it's not just mental. It's nervous system work. Okay? We can do it together. I think that that's most important is that we start to do things together as individuals, but together. Because a lot of us do have similar missions. A lot of us can learn from each other. A lot of us do need accountability partners and community. But you have to be on your own journey. You can't just be sitting around watching me sitting around watching you, because then we giving opinions and we not really in the field. And then it doesn't feel like community anymore. And then people think, well, I just need to go off in solitude. It's like because the community wasn't on the same page. So let's reframe, because a lot of times your inner talk is probably tearing you down. You can keep it real. Let me know in the comments. The inner chat is probably telling you I'm stupid, or the way that you talk to yourself, it matters. The content that you intake, the environments that you are in, all of that matters. That's your normal. That's what you see as normal. And on this journey, we're going to be reparenting ourselves, rewiring our brains. This is neuroscience. There are pathways. Pathways. It's like chords, right? And you're changing. Can you see my chords? Okay. You're changing. So if you're listening to this, I have 3 chords. And the chords, you're changing the way that they show up in your brain, those neural pathways. You're strengthening them to do something completely different than they were doing before. That is going to take work and it takes grace, and we have to rewire the language that we are saying to ourselves. Okay? That that language is going to help you have a real transformation, which essentially is habit changing. Your transformation comes from changing your habits consistently. And that consistency rewires your brain, because your brain can grow. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain can literally stretch. You can teach it new things. It's elastic. Those cords are elastic, and you can literally pull and stretch them with more knowledge and with repetition. And it sounds so simple, but baby, it's not easy. It sounds very simple, and it is. I mean, a 1 and a 2 it's simple. It's not easy, especially when Debo is fighting you and you don't have the language. You're going to start giving up. At first, you swing it back because you want it, but then it starts to dull out, especially when you got other responsibilities. You don't even have time to do this. I get it. We have to reframe all of that. All of that language that doesn't even feel like that's bad. It is. It's frowned upon because that's your inner you trying to defeat you. And we what the fuck not. No. J. Cole got a lyric. He said they're trying to have my head in the noose. It's not happening. Don't let yourself lock yourself up. Don't let yourself stop yourself. It's so simple, we don't even realize it. Sounds real. That's the problem with excuses. They sound real, like that shit makes sense. Okay, I can see why they didn't do that. Somebody did something to you, you did something back when it was way fucked up, but then you tell your story, it's like, okay, I can see why. Yes, but you still did something bad, regardless of taking away the cause and effect of your actions, of your behaviors. What is your behavior? Oh, I flat 3 of the 4 tires, so they couldn't get no insurance. Like that's bad. That's the behavior that you committed. What did they do? Oh, they was doing this and this. We have to take them out of the equation because at the end of the day, it's you and you. They can leave, be gone tomorrow, die, whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? We're not wishing it on them. I'm just saying these things could happen. And then it's just you again. So you are responsible for your actions. I used to have to tell myself that all the time. I used to ask myself, can my mama save me from this? I used to ask, no, I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. I allegedly ran somebody over. Okay. Story time for another time. Just comment. Just comment. But allegedly, and from that day on, I had to ask myself, can my mama save me from this? If I had to stop, I'd stop, I'll pause, and I had to learn how to start regulating my emotions and asking myself, is this some shit that I can get at myself out of, or am I gonna need backup on this one? You know, can if if I have a job, do I have a lawyer in this moment, or could this possibly help make me not have a job? And then, like again, can my mama help me out of this? No, she cannot. So we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna walk away. Okay, that's why I started getting good at walking away, not caring. Put my phone on silent. Just yeah, because it's like I'm not gonna give all my energy. But even in that reframe, there's still growth from that. Like that feel cool and calm. But then you become so solitude, you so by yourself in your own opinion that you can't even you become socially awkward. Me, hey. So I'm like, oh no, I don't. Like, yeah, I solo travel all the time. You wanna go with me? I mean, you going by yourself and we can like meet up, but then we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like this a whole cruise ship. We won't gotta be together all the time. Like, go on over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go over here and what? Yeah, that comes from, all right, I'm gonna just my peace, I'm gonna stay by myself. And then, yeah, like everything has a cause and effect. We just have to see and count what is aligned with essentially what we want. But more on that later. When we reframe our language, instead of saying like something is wrong with me, or ask yourself, what does Debo need? What does Debo need right now to calm down? Yeah, I'm not even going to. I'm about to pause this video because I got to use the bathroom. So healing starts with small exposures, not big, dramatic, huge declarations. I'm changing this, and this. It starts small. And you can pick 3 goals overall, but you are taking one step. Each goal, I like to see it as a staircase. Each goal that you have is a staircase. And to get to the top of the goal, to get to the top of the staircase is to reach your goal. But you have to climb each step one by one, one by one. And so if you have a long list of goals and you're trying to do everything right now, it makes it much harder. You have to be very, very intentional and systems, especially if you're a neurodivergent girly like me, person in general, like me, you need systems. Systems help you keep structure in your life and be disciplined. And it makes having exposure to new habits easier because you're not chaotic in your mind. You know exactly what you need to do. And now you're making a new habit and you just need to tweak one thing at a time for each goal. One tweak. Whereas if you don't have structure, it makes it really hard to start new habits, because at any moment you could be living here, then boom, you're going over there. You could be at this place and then boom, you're going over here. That's why sometimes people, they'll tell you, like, I'm afraid to start over, which you shouldn't be afraid to start over, but are you starting over or are you running? Right? And then when you start over slash run, and this is shame-free information, but when you start over slash run, it makes it harder for you to truly reach your goal, because you're back at essentially zero in some aspects. In other aspects, you may be higher on the scale. You may have more confidence now, but you're back at zero with resources. But it's possible to get back to where you need to be at resources. So it may not always be running. In that case, it may be a starting over, but the exposure that you have to take in all of the areas that you want to grow in is about structure. It's all around structure. So if you want to get to where you want to get to faster, systems and structures is going to be it for you. Somebody told me that a long time ago when I was living in my car in Atlanta, or in the southern regions, the southeast of the United States, because that's what I wanted to do. And I just thought that I was going to make it from there, but I didn't make it until I got my child and built structure. And it's ironic. It's like now I have more responsibility, but I'm more disciplined. I need the structure. I need the systems the most. And that started by small exposure in my life. So this is what I invite you to do. The next time you start to feel that loop where you're talking to yourself in a negative manner, you're telling yourself all the reasons why it won't work, why you shouldn't do it, why you can't do it, why you need to do it later, pause. Just pause. Just take a minute, breathe. A box breathe, I like to do 4. Inhale it, hold it at the top 4 seconds. Push it out for 4 to 6 seconds, and you will feel it. You feel in your body a release. Do that about 3 times before we make any big decisions, okay? And then you can even count in your head. Sometimes I'll just 1, 2, 3, count in my head just to take my mind off of everything else and pause for a moment, because that's not me. You know that Snickers commercial? You're not you when you're hungry. You're not you when you're toggling in between survival mode. You're not you when you don't feel safe. Okay? So that is something that I'll do. And then I'll also ask, what just got me activated? Or what just got activated in me? What made me feel like I couldn't do it? What made me feel like I need to give up? I need to go back to doing whatever. What just got me feeling down? What just made me switch like that? Ask yourself those questions and then document the answer. Don't just notice it, intellectualize it, and leave it to chance. Document the answer, but just notice it. Start right now and just notice it. Don't try to fix it. We're just noticing it. And then we'll go to that later, fixing it and changing it. But one step at a time. We're climbing a staircase, okay? One step at a time. But the thing is, we have to give ourselves grace. We have to give ourselves grace as we are exposing ourselves, as we are moving into new habits, which is transformation. We give ourselves grace when we fall off, because you will fall off. There will be moments when you fall off, but falling off, it has to decrease. It has to decrease. You could fall off, you know, you you try, fall off, try, fall off, try, fall off, try, fall off, try. Like it's not even a try. You doing it. You do it, fall off. You do it. You fall off. You do it. You get what I'm saying? And then after a while, it will start to decrease to where it's just do it. Every once in a while, fall off, get back up, and it's quicker. You get back up quicker. But if the falling off is never decreasing, if you're always falling off, you got to start back over. You got to start back over again. Same week, start over twice, like all the time. consistently, that's not grace that you're giving yourself. That turns into you enabling yourself. And you may even be doing that with other people in your life as well. But as a former people pleaser myself, as an ex people pleaser myself, I gotta speak to y'all specifically. Whether you know or not, but that is a sign of people pleasing. And that is what one of those habits that we have to change because listen to me. We were so focused on wanting everybody else to feel seen and heard. But don't forget to see yourself. Please don't forget to see yourself, my love. It took me years to get to a place where I saw myself consistently. I was only seeing myself sometimes if I got the money, but now I'm showing up and I'm seeing myself. And there's still way more for me to see myself. There's still way more systems in place to really get to where I see myself. But from where I've come from, and I used to be a catfish for 7 years. So where I've come from and where I am now, I absolutely am in love with me, where I am, my environment, how I spend my energy. I am in love with all of it. I still got a day job. My day job told me, hey, you tell us what you want the schedule to be. This is one of the biggest financial institutions in the world. It was like only you can prevent forest fires. And I was like, and I got a fire extinguisher. Like I'm going to say no when I want to say no. Okay. I don't want to work 5 days a week. I don't. Okay. The scores is gonna come up bad. You hear me? However, if I can work in a way that works for me as a neurodivergent person, I'm all over it. And you have to look at your life like that in every way. But I'm sticking to my notes because you have to look at your life in every way for you. I know I need time. I need time in between stuff, and I need help. I don't be liking to clean and all that. Like I don't mind cleaning, but it's like I'm a creator. So I'm really not trying to spend my time cleaning the kitchen and the bathroom and shit. I hire a nanny. She do some light cleaning in the kitchen. I pay her out of my pocket, so ain't nobody telling me what she can and cannot do, first of all. But if you have an HSA card or you get the little benefit card for child care and you got to keep sending them pictures of the receipt, that pays for a nanny. Now you got to say she not cleaning, but you know what I'm saying? Like that pays for a nanny. So it's like you might think that you can't afford a nanny. You can. I pay her out of my pocket though. So that's just me taking money every week. She part-time, but I know I need that. That's a necessity in my life. I also have a monthly cleaner. They come in and they clean it up in there. Get in there real good. Okay. And then I maintain. I'm not doing deep cleaning and all that. No, I maintain. No, I maintain because that's what I need. That's what my nervous system needs. I can't people please and give everything to everybody and then don't have nothing for myself. I can't do that. I will not do that. That's a young girl's game, and I want my young girls to realize that choose you first. Don't choose who's choosing you. You choose who get chosen, if that makes sense. Giving and giving and giving and giving and allowing and allowing and allowing. That is what people pleasing look like. And we'll talk about that more in another episode. But don't forget to see yourself. Okay? You matter so much. And your world would not run without you in it. So please don't forget to see yourself. Okay? But here's what I want to do. Because you made it this far, and that shows me that you are really ready. You're really ready to work on yourself, show up in every way possible to get to your own goals. I'm just the catalyst. I'm not. I'm just a guide. I'm not the guru, and I'm still doing it too. I'm just a few feet ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? My life can go up and down just the same. I'm still building to who I want to be just the same. But I figure, hey, let's do it as individuals together. So what do you say? You gonna subscribe today? But no, what I want to do is because I want to make sure that we are implementing things. So around here, shame free. Everything that we talk about is shame free. You didn't know. Now that you know, what you're going to do about it. It's about choosing differently. We are about transformation. And transformation happens with small habit changes. Small habit changes happens when you decide to choose differently. That you're going to do it differently. That when the urge comes up for you to go get Five Guys, you say, no, I'm going to choose differently. And maybe you go to Kava. You get what I'm saying? And then choose differently. Man, I'm going to make my Kava at home. You choose differently. And slowly but surely, it becomes a habit, right? I'm merely the catalyst. I'm merely the catalyst. So if this episode hits you and you're ready to be intentional, comment the word exposure. Comment the word exposure somewhere on my page, whether you're watching this, listening to it. Comment exposure on one of these pages, and I will send you a free copy, a copy of my personal workbook, Becoming Me in a Workbook. It's been out for a while, and we got some great things coming out soon in the months to come. But if we're going to do this journey, I want you to see exactly what I created for myself. Matter of fact, it's right here. I created it for myself. I use it whenever I'm leveling up in my life, whenever I'm excuse me. Okay, something went down the wrong throat. Hold on. Something definitely went down the wrong pipe. Okay, I had to take a drink of my water, but we're gonna keep it rolling. This book is something that I created in 2022. My nose got stuffed up. Wow, what is happening? Oh my god, my eye burning. Just okay. Okay, I think we okay. I think we okay. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep all that in there. But this book it's just a workbook that I use whenever I am shifting my identity and growing. And I put it's some goodies in there. Some goodies in there. But it is not for sale. It is not. I think it's on Amazon, but otherwise I don't sell it anymore. I use it because it really works for me. It's for me to see where I'm at and where I want to level up to. And I feel like our awareness, it helps us level up more and more. So with each awareness, I come back and I redo it. So I want to give that to you. Comment the word exposure, but only if you're ready to apply it. Okay? Because I got a few physical copies that I can send out. But if a whole bunch of people start hitting me up, you're going to get a digital copy. You're going to get a digital copy, which is cool. It's the same thing. It looks the exact same way. And I hope that you are ready to apply it because that's where it starts with deciding that you're going to choose differently and committing to that decision. Okay? Now, in the episodes to come, we're going to walk through the framework that I created. I'm really excited about this. Oh my gosh. It's called the Nervous System Mirror, and it is made with neurodivergence in mind, but it applies to everyone. But it's made with neurodivergence in mind, and we're breaking it down one pillar at a time per episode this season. So there are 8 pillars. Um, and it's not to judge yourself, it's so you can actually see yourself clearer. I want to give people I'm a catalyst. So I just want to give you the information, the verbiage, give you the scenarios, the examples, so you can really see them, the life experiences that are actually shared amongst more than us than you realize. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to put it all out on the table, but you have to decide to pick it up consistently over and over and then implement it in your own life. I cannot do that. And I will not do that. And I will not take on that responsibility. That's not my fucking job. I'm so sorry, but I had to say it like that because I got to tell myself in my own depot. We, okay, you have to, you have to get, you can be selfless, but you have to have boundaries. Okay, I don't know if y'all have seen J. Cole album, The Fall Off, all the promo. He's out there doing a trunk tour, and he's talking to the kids almost in his dad voice. Like, hold up, y'all, we need to we need to chill out. I need y'all to bring it down. We had a 5. I need it at a 3. I forgot my point, but okay. So knowing yourself, I just want to go through the pillars. Just not to judge yourself, it's to understand yourself. It's basically what I was trying to say. I want you to be able to understand yourself. And so the pillars that you're going to go through, so we're going to go through one pillar per episode. This whole season will be 12 episodes. And then on the 13th episode, we're going to do a live episode where we have it and we talk in community form. So I hope to see you at that. That'll be sometime in like April, I believe. It'll be pretty much like 12 weeks from this point. So, hope to see you back. Make sure you subscribe. But those pillars that we're going to go over, it's going to start with the expressed behavior. That's number one. That's what you did. Like, how did you just react? What did you do? The immediate why is why you thought you did what you did. Why you are articulate. Like, how can you articulate why you did what you did in that moment? And then it's the core belief, which is the belief underneath what you thought. Because you thought wrong. But it's okay. It's not a shame thing. You just have to learn the behavior language. Each behavior has a language. And we think that, oh, stuff don't matter. It does. And people who read patterns like me can see all of your trauma right on your face, and you don't realize it. Unless you realize it, but then you just don't know how to fix it. I still got you. Okay. The fourth one. Sorry, my throat still feel a little funny. I don't know. I don't know. But the fourth one is going to be the womb. It's a blueprint for the womb, where it came from. We're going to break that down in the episode, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be really good. And then one of my personal favorite is the somatic score, which there's a book called The Body Keeps Score. And I love that book. It's a classic. You may have heard of it, but it's basically how your body holds the story. So I made that pillar, and I just kind of like gave a little nod to that book because it really taught me a lot when I read it, and it really helped me get to where I am today by opening me up to somatic things in the body, and then me going in and doing more research on those type of topics. So reading is fun too, guys. And then we have the nervous state. The nervous system state, that's your fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. What does your nervous system do when it feels like there's a threat? Mine's fight. I'm she down for whatever. Okay? And I'm trying to move her, or she fawns. Hey guys, let's keep the peace. Let's keep the peace, everybody. I'm not keeping the peace no more. Okay? I said what I said and I'm leaving. Like, that's it. That's it. And then you have the regulated practice, which is how you're going to move through all of the how are we going to get through it safely? How are we going to feel differently? Because it's still going to come up. Where healing is not about erasing your past or what it did to you. Healing is about feeling it, acknowledging it, and still being able to show up and get on your Zoom. Still being able to show up and be your best self, your best foot forward. Still being able to override your mood. Speaking of mood, I got a sticky. It says, hold on. It says, fuck how you feeling. Stick to the plan. Prepare yourself for the best outcome. I don't want to take it off because it's been up there for a long time. But it's okay. That's what it says. Do you believe me? Do you believe me? Like, it says that. And that's so important. Fuck how you're feeling. Forget how you're feeling. Disengage with that. And put it in your system where there's a time and a place for you to feel. Okay, Monday through Friday, I be telling my friends, don't be calling me and stuff. Like, text me, let me know, if we need to talk, and we need to have a conversation because something's going on. Say that. Please say that in a text message so that I can know. But if you just texting me, say, hey, girl, what you doing? I'll probably text you back in 2-3 days what I'm actually doing. So I need you to just say what you need, because I'm neurodivergent. I like it blunt. Blunt with kindness. Don't try to play with me, okay? You will play with yourself. Okay? You play with your mama. But I'm just saying, it's about constantly being able to show up regulated. I say all that to say it's about constantly being able to show up regulated. I constantly show up Monday through Friday regulated, and I plan time to feel like, oh, this made me feel like this. Oh, this week was this and that. And oh man, I can't believe this person said this to me. And I can't believe this person did this on like Saturday night. Okay. Zone out, listen to some J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? I might roll up, I might not, just that's when that's hitting. However, um, Monday to Friday, no. Monday to Friday, we got stuff to do, okay? Stuff to do at all times. Okay. The kid gotta go to school. I gotta go to work. I gotta create. I gotta sit and do nothing. It's not time for me to move how I want to move. It's time for me to move with structure. Okay, that's your regulated practice, building up your structure. And then lastly, the becoming, being, becoming. If you look at my book, the B is becoming. BE is capitalized because you become by being it, being in that space. You have to do it in the regulated practice. You do it over and over until it becomes habit, which is transformation. And then you be it because you're not thinking about it no more. You just are that. You just do that now. And then you have the success that you want. You have the things that you want. You have the regulated system that you desire. You have all of the other things. Those are fruits from the labor that you're going to put in, the effort to that you're going to put in to regulate and reprogram your nervous system. That is when you become who you intentionally want to become. You will choose who you want to become, and we will reverse engineer down through all of your traumas, all of your learned behaviors, break off what no longer serves you, and let you blossom through all of that dirt, all of that debris. And that is who you are intentionally choosing to become. So we're going to hit it one pillar at a time because each of them go deep. And I am not a therapist. Okay. I went to school for psychology, and that's it. I'm certified in emotional intelligence, and I love doing this work for myself and the people around me. And so now I'm here, and I just want to be a good steward and listen to my creator and hopefully help some other people. Okay, one pillar at a time, so you're not overwhelmed, you're equipped. Okay, because self-awareness is the door, and it takes a lot. Like, noticing is the first step, becoming aware is the first step, but regulation is the key. That's when your body feels regulated, your nervous system devo is not upset just taking stuff from you, because devo is the one in charge. Your body controls that. If you don't have discipline and structure, you're not controlling anything. I promise you that. You're not controlling anything. The real boss of you is your nervous system. So you have to figure out how to, and I'm going to make sure that you don't have to figure it out. You just have to execute now. You have to figure out how it works for you. But I'm going to give you all of the information that you need. Okay? And in the next episode, we're going to build the mirror up so that you can actually see what's happening. Because the picture can't see the frame while it's in it. So we have to give the language, get the language ourselves, find the language in some way, shape, or form, and then translate it and execute on it. Okay? Because you're not crazy. You're responding to everything that is familiar to you. I hope this helps. Peace and healing, y'all. I'll see you with the next one.